Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 3 winter dinner recipe because now in the winter months, especially in India, we get lots of varieties of vegetables and especially during the night time, it's so cold, we want something cozy. So I'm gonna share with you guys 3 different amazing, very easy to make dinner recipes. So let's get started. So first recipe I'm making bajre ki roti, that is the millet roti, as well as the potato, eggplant and bell pepper subji. So first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the subji. So for that, I took tablespoon of oil. Into that add mustard seeds as well as the asafoetida. And then I'm gonna add chopped garlic. Now if you like garlic, try to eat extra during the winter times because it is gonna protect you from the common cold and cough. Once that is sauteed just for a few seconds, I'm gonna add sliced onion and let this cook for about a minute or so. And then I'm gonna add the sliced bell pepper. Now I'm using the different color bell pepper here. If you cannot find this kind of one, you can always use the green bell pepper. And then I'm gonna add sliced eggplant as well as the sliced potato. Now I'm gonna finish this subji in oven, but if you are making on the stove top, you at this point you just want to add the salt and let all the vegetables cook first. But since I'm gonna put it in the oven, I'm adding all the spices at this point. So here I add the haldi powder, dhania jeera powder, red chili powder. I'm gonna add salt to taste as well as I'm gonna add kitchen king masala. This subji guys came out so tasty and yummy. I gave it to one of my friend and she loved it. She asked for the recipe and I was like, just wait, video is coming. So then I'm gonna add a little bit of amchur masala. Now this is gonna give that tangy flavor to it. So just a little bit, not too much, but it, it is gonna enhance all the flavor. Also, I'm adding just a little bit of kasuri methi here. So after mixing it properly, I'm gonna add the tomato and then I'm gonna transfer this into the oven safe plate. Put it in the oven for about 25 minutes on 350 degree. Now everyone oven is different, so you want to check after 15 minutes and see if it's been cooked. And if you see that it's getting crust on top, it's getting very crunchy and it's still not cooked properly, then you can just cover it with the aluminum foil and let that cook so the top part will not get overcooked basically. And now after 20 minutes, I'm gonna take it out. As you can see, it's properly cooked. I'm gonna sprinkle some green onion on top of this. Again, green onion is widely available during the winter times. And now I turn off the oven so there is no any heat in there. But again, I'm gonna put it in the oven for about few minutes because the green onion doesn't take more time to cook. We still want that crunch, but it is gonna taste really good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the atta for bajre ki roti, and for that I'm taking equal part of bajri flour as well as the ragi flour. Now if you don't like ragi flour, that's fine. You can just make it with the bajri flour. But of course, ragi is super healthy for you because it is high in protein, it has really good minerals in it. It also helps with the good cholesterol. Same with the bajri also. Bajri has a really good fiber, so it detoxify your body. It's good for your cholesterol. So both of this flour is really super healthy for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix both of them properly, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add salt to this. You don't need to add any oil at all in this flour because just like our chapati flour, we add a little bit of oil. In this one, you don't need to add any oil at all. And then I'm gonna add the water just a little by little, not too much at one time. And here I'm using the lukewarm water. The only thing you need to remember for this flour is to knead properly. So as you can see, I'm using my palm here to knead this, and you want to do this for at least 3 to 5 minutes. So that way your roti will be very soft. And the combination of this roti and the subji, it was so yummy. And actually, surprisingly, my both of my kids also like this. So I don't have to prepare the regular chapati with the subji. They also like the bajri and this ragi flour roti. So that was really good because they ate the bajri flour roti before, but I wasn't sure whether they're gonna like this or not because it is different than regular chapati. But of course, they loved it, so I was really happy. So now I'm gonna go ahead and roll this. So for that, I'm using just a regular flour for that. And I'm just gonna tap it around first with my hands and then go ahead and roll it with the rolling pin. And you don't want the super thin, you want some thickness there. So as you can see, rolling it, but it's not gonna be very thin like chapati. And if you see any crack, then you just want to put it between your hands and just move it so that way you won't have any cracks at all. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cook this on one side for about a minute or so and then go ahead and flip it on the other side. So as you can see, it's fluffing up properly and that is because I knead the dough for about 3 to 5 minutes. That is the reason. And that's it. Once it's done, you want to go ahead and put ghee on top. And you can just eat it like this. Actually, it tastes really good. So now I'm going to go ahead and make all my bajre ki roti. I'm also serving this dinner with a little bit of ghee on the side as well as the jaggery, that is the good. And this is my subji. It came out so yummy. And this is the finished dinner. So as you can see, the subji as well as the bhaji ki roti and the salad on the side. And now we're gonna move to the second recipe. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prepare green onion kadhi as well as the cabbage sabji, roti and rice. And out of all the curries, this curry is my most favorite curry. It tastes so yummy. So for that, I'm taking tablespoon ghee. Anytime you make any kind of curry, use the ghee and not the oil. It is gonna taste really good. So then I'm gonna add the cumin seeds as well as the whole red chili. And then I'm gonna add asafoetida and then onions. Now here I'm using first the dry onion and also I'm gonna use the green onion. I'm using the combination of both, but if you don't want to use this, you can always make it with the green onion and that tastes really good too. So after the other onion cook for a few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and add the green onion. And here, as you can see, I'm using the green part as well as the white part of the onions too. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add all the dried masala. So here I'm using the haldi powder, dhania jeera powder, as well as the red chili powder. I'm gonna add salt to taste and let this cook for a few seconds. And this curry won't take long to make it at all. Hardly takes about 10 to 15 minutes to cook because of course the onion cook fast. And now I'm gonna prepare the kadhi part. So here I took about 1 cup of yogurt. I'm gonna first beat properly, make sure there is no any lumps in it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the basin into this and mix it everything very well. Make sure there is no lumps in it. And then I'm gonna add the water into this. Now consistency of this kadhi should be thick and not the thin. But at this point, we want enough water so we can make sure that the basin cook properly. Now at any point, if you feel like it, that basin is not cooked and your kadhi is getting way too thick, then you can just go ahead and add more water into it and just let that boil for a few more minutes. So once everything is mixed, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this into the onion mixture and let everything boil for about 15 minutes and then our curry will be ready. So here I add the curry mixture into the onion and I'm gonna let this boil for a few more minutes. And now we're gonna go ahead and prepare the cabbage subji. So for that I took about tablespoon oil. Into that I'm gonna add the mustard seeds as well as few fenugreek seeds. Now when you are adding the fenugreek seed, you want to be very careful and not add too much, otherwise your sabji will be very bitter. And then I'm gonna add the asafoetida as well as the curry leaves and the green chili. I'm gonna mix everything very well, let this cook for a few minutes, and the best part about this sabji is I'm not gonna add any red chili powder into it because again green chilies are so in the season right now, so of course I want to use more green chilies and not the dry one. After that I'm gonna add the cabbage as well as the potato and the frozen peas. Now of course if you can find the regular peas then you want to use that. I didn't find it, so I'm using the frozen one. I'm gonna mix everything very well, add salt to taste, as well as I'm gonna add a little bit of turmeric powder, dhania jeera powder, mix it everything very well, and I'm gonna again transfer this into the oven safe plate, put it in the oven on 350 for about 20 minutes. And if you have the excess of oven, do try it because this is the easiest way to make any kind of sabji and it tastes so good. You don't have to worry about making sure that it's cooked properly or didn't cook. This is the very easy and I love this way making all my sabji. So while the sabji is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and make the roti, and this is my finished dinner. Again, do try this curry recipe guys, it is so yummy. And now we're gonna move to the third recipe. So here I'm preparing vegetable khichdi with the masala chash, and first of all we're gonna go ahead and make the khichdi. So for that I took about tablespoon oil. Into that I'm gonna add ghee. Combination of both this gonna taste really good. And then I'm gonna add the mustard seeds. Next I'm gonna add the couple of bay leaves as well as the few cloves, that is the long. And then I'm gonna add the asafoetida, mix everything and let this cook for a few seconds so all the flavor from all the spices can get infused into the oil. So this khichdi is basically my comfort food. Anytime I feel like eating khichdi, this is how I prepare. I have also shared Kathiawadi thali recipe, so in case if you have missed that video, I'm gonna link it down below in the description box. But in that video, I have also shared the khichdi recipe, and that recipe was very simple. So that's how actually my husband likes it. But anytime I'm eating khichdi, this is how I like to make it. So here as you can see, I add lots of garlic as well as the green chili and the onion. Again, I'm going heavy hand on the garlic because it gives really good taste to this khichdi. And then as far as the vegetable goes, you can add whichever vegetables you like it. But here I'm adding this tuver lilwa. Again, I know that this lilwa is very widely available, especially now during this time of the year. So I'm taking the combination of the lilwa as well as the green peas, potato, and the cauliflower. I'm gonna go ahead and mix everything very well. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the spices. So here first I took the haldi powder, dhania jeera powder, red chili powder. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this Vagareli Khichdi masala. This is widely available here in the state at any Indian store. In case if you don't find this, you can just add a little bit of Kitchen King masala and that's gonna taste same. So as you can see, I'm adding just a little bit of that masala also. I'm gonna mix everything very well. So for khichdi, I'm taking 1 cup of regular rice, 1 cup of this mung dal, this is without the skin, and 2 tablespoons mung dal with the skin. So in case if you don't want to add this one, that's fine, you don't have to add it. But basically 1 cup of regular rice and 1 cup mung dal. And this is the mixture of this. I'm gonna go ahead and wash it really well. And now we're gonna go ahead and first transfer that into the pressure cooker. So I don't like my khichdi to be mushy, so that's the reason I'm adding about 3.5 cup of water. So usually the ratio should be 1 cup of rice to 2 cup of water. But again, I don't want that mushy consistency, so that's the reason I'm adding about 3.5 cup of water. So that way all the grain will be separated. I can see all the vegetables and in case if you like the mushy kind of one, you can go ahead and add the 4 cups of water. And now I'm gonna go ahead and transfer all the vegetables into this. Mix it everything very well, and then we're gonna wait until 2 whistle. And yes, before you close your pressure cooker, just go ahead and add salt to taste. Mix it everything very well. And did you guys notice that I don't even have the second handle on my pressure cooker? It's been out from many months now and I tried to fix it. Somehow it doesn't get fixed. So I'm just letting go and probably next time when I go to mom's house, I'm gonna just get it from her because I'm sure she's gonna have more than one there. So first of all, we're gonna give this special tadka to our chash. So here I took less than a half a tablespoon ghee. And consistency of this chash should be thicker side and not the thin one because usually when we make the chash, it's a very runny consistency, but this one you want to keep a little bit thick. And then I'm gonna add the cumin seed as well as the asafoetida. And then I'm gonna add the green chili as well as the sliced garlic. Yes, guys, garlic in this chash gonna taste really good. So now we're gonna let this cook for a few seconds and then add that into our chash, add salt to taste, and that's about it. So I tried to include more recipe in this video, but then this video was getting way too long. So leave the comments below. Let me know if you are interested and I can do part 2 because I do have many more recipe to share. Try to include vegetables which is widely available especially during this time of the year in India like lilwa, bell pepper, eggplants. One thing I was missing here is the green garlic. I love green garlic so much. I could not find it at my supermarket because once in a while I get lucky and I do find it. Not this time, so if you can find it, do use that. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Do try this recipe. Let me know. Also, leave the comments below and let me know if you want me to continue with this winter series because I have many more ideas for this. Again, take care and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.